Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a professional looking intro for a video tutorial in Camtasia Studio. So let's dive in right now. Hey guys, my name is Rob Moore and this video is part of a new video series on creating professional video tutorials using Camtasia Studio. There are lots of different tips and tricks that go into making video tutorials look professional, and I'm going to cover them all in a series of shorter videos, which will hopefully make it easier for you to find exactly what you're looking for. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a professional looking intro. So the first thing I want to do is I want to set my canvas size. So we come up here and click on Project Settings. And I just want to confirm, yes, I'm set to 1080p, 1920 by 1080. So that's good. And the frame rate, I want to set that to 60 because that'll give us the smoothest animations once we render the video. Click Apply. So now to create a professional looking intro, I like there to be background music as well as a logo that animates onto the screen. So let's go into the media bin and import a background, a logo file, as well as a background music file. And click Open to bring those in. There we go. Now I like to put the music on the lowest track. So we'll drag that down there. And there's our music file. And now let's bring the logo file down as well. There we go. Now as far as how long to make the intro, it's really up to you. I like to make them about 4 to 5 seconds. So let's make this last. Let's click on duration. Let's make this last 5 seconds. Click OK. There we go. Let's kind of zoom in here. Let's just play this, see what it sounds like. Okay, as you see, the logo is, the size doesn't change. It is what it is. We're going to add an animation shortly. But the first thing I want to do is address this music. I think it takes too long before it starts to play. Yeah, so let's just trim the beginning of this down a little bit. Let's have it start there. And I also want to add a fade in effect so that the volume does start from 0. Let's drag this back here. I like that. What we also want to do is, once the intro finishes, we're going to want this music to volume back down low enough so that when the narration of the video starts, we'll be able to hear and understand the voice. So what I am going to do here to address that is towards the end of the logo, I'm going to right click and then click on Add Audio Point right there. And I'm going to do the same thing again here, Add Audio Point. Don't worry about being exact as to where you want to add these. But if you add 2 audio points like this, then you can drag this down lower. See that? And we're going to lower the volume. Let's lower this down to about 20%. So now this is what happens. And then the volume lowers for the music, so it's ready for the narration to begin. Okay, so now let's back to this logo. So as I said, I like to animate this onto the screen. What I find looks the most professional is just a simple animate from size 0 and kind of zooming in so that it's full screen. If this is what the logo is going to look like at the end of the zoom, actually I think that's a little bit big, so let's just make this a little bit smaller. There, I like that. Just move it up a little bit. Okay, now to add the animation, we're going to click up to Animations here, and then we're going to drag a custom animation down. Now, custom animation is denoted by this arrow. The left side of the arrow is the state of the object at the beginning of the animation, and then at the right side of the arrow is the state of the object at the end of the animation. So since we haven't changed the state of this object at all yet on either side, the way to animate it is to change the state. So I like this for the size at the end of the animation, so that's here. Let's change the state at the beginning. So click on the beginning of the arrow. Now let's make some changes to it. I'm going to scale, go up to here and scale. I'm going to go right down to 0. Well, 1% is as low as you can go. So now let's see what that does to the animation. See that? Now there is an animation. Now, the longer you have the arrow, the longer it will take for the animation to occur. That's not so bad. So The other thing is, if I want this animation to start right away, I'm going to want to drag this arrow all the way over to the right, to the left, sorry. Let's see what that looks like. I think that's pretty good. Now, the last thing I want to do is I'm actually going to add some text to this. Let's say this video tutorial we're creating has a title. So then what we want to do is add some text. So we'll come up here to Annotations and click on the text option, and let's drag some text right over to the screen. Now let's change the text. How to create an intro sounds about right. Now I think that's a little bit too big. Actually, we can change the font. Now let's make this a little bit smaller. There we go, I like that. We can change the color of the font. Let's just pick a color straight from the logo. That green doesn't really match. Let's go with the green that's in the actual text. There, that looks good. So now let's line it up on the timeline. So in this case, I want the text to appear after the logo has animated in. So let's drag it so that it appears right here, lines up right, it snaps right to the end of the arrow, and then we'll have it appear. But instead of having it just appear like a hard appear like that, let's fade it in. So go to Transitions, and we'll drag a fade down here. I like that. That looks good. So now I like that for the beginning of the logo. I like that for the beginning of the intro. Now let's address the end. So let's have everything kind of fade out as the volume is lowering. So first thing I like to do is actually fade the text away. So let's drag another fade down here to fade it out. And the last thing I'm going to do is to fade the actual logo away as well. I like that. That's good. So let's just look at it one more time. Very nice. Now, one other thing you could do that might make this just look a little bit more professional is the logo itself. After it zooms in, it'd be nice if for the duration of the time that it's staying there, we actually have it move a little bit more. So let's add another zoom, this time much less dramatic. And let's see what that looks like. So we'll go to Animations, we'll drag another animation down here, and we'll have it start right there at the beginning, or at the ending of the last animation. And let's drag this animation so that it goes right to almost the end. But before we take it to the end, let's actually set the state parameters here. So we want a slow zoom. So right now it's at 75%. Let's make that 85. And see what that looks like. And we also want to drag it right to the very end. So it actually fades away as it's still zooming. Let's see what that looks like. I think that's great. And that's how you create a professional looking intro for a video tutorial in Camtasia. If you found this video useful, do me a favor and click the thumbs up icon below. And for more helpful Camtasia tips, I hope you'll consider subscribing to this channel and click the bell icon so you're notified whenever I release new videos. Also, if there's anything else you'd like me to cover in a future video, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.